Hi, it's Nige back here again with another inbox review, and this time I've got something a little bit different, and for me, totally out of my comfort zone. So today we're going to be having a look at, yes, it's the Revell Star Trek Abrams Enterprise from Star Trek Into Darkness. Okay, so I've wanted to do a Trek kit for a very long time. I love the series, I love Star Trek. I'm more of a Trekkie than I am a Star Wars, even though I like both. I've always loved Star Trek, especially in the Generations, Next Generations films. You know, I like them all. The problem being that a lot of the kits nowadays are very, very expensive. For a one from, I don't know, the A or the movies, you know, the original TOS movies, you're talking £100 plus or something like that. But with this Revell kit, it's quite reasonable. This kit was £30, and it makes a model that's nearly 60 centimetres long, so over half a metre long. Okay, so it's quite a decent size. You get a lot of plastic that's fairly easy to put together by the looks of it. I've only had a quick look, we're going to have a look at it together in a minute, for 30 quid. For £30 plus £30 including postage. You know, it was a no-brainer. I got this for a Father's Day present. So we're going to have a look at this in a minute, and we'll try my best because it's white plastic, so I don't know how the camera's going to hold up to that. Okay, so without further ado, let's get yours over and we'll have a look at it. So we start off with the instruction here, and it's quite a decent booklet size. Okay, in Revell's newer version, I don't build a lot of Revell kits because I don't tend to like them, and this again is the only one on the market. All right, so it's a nice looking kit. All right, first on we've got the you know, all the how-tos and bits and pieces like that, and then we move on to the bit I hate most. So this are all the required colours, and they are all Revell colours, and you have to mix the colours. Okay, so mix them. Okay, 90%, 5%, 5%. You know why? Okay, 85, 10%, 5%. It doesn't make sense. Okay, all in Revell. So this is my biggest pet peeve with Revell. Then we move on to a sprue map. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, and H. Oh, and J and K. Okay, but basically the same. And then we start off with getting the bridge module together. Okay, the top and the bottom of the saucer section. And then we move on to the painting. Okay, so this is the upper saucer. This one's the lower, and as you can see, all Aztec. Now you can get a mask set for these. Okay, there's no decals provided in the box, so it's either using tammy tape or you get a mask set. I'm putting some of the clear parts in to the model, which is going to be a little bit of a pain, obviously, because yeah, how are you going to paint them without paint the saucer section, sorry, without, you know, then filling and sanding if needed, and then paint everything. So it's going to be a little bit awkward, but we'll get there. I could just fill those maybe with crystal clear. Then we've got the impulse engine parts going in. Moving on to joining the upper and lower together. A bit that goes around down the back to the impulse engines, and then we'll start looking at the secondary hull. So the secondary hull painting. Okay, one side, putting the clear parts in to the secondary hull, and then putting the bracing parts in to make it stronger. The shuttle bay doors, and then on to the other side as well. And putting the clear parts in. And then put them all together. So you've got your, what looks like the belly of the secondary hull sliding into the two joining parts. The top part of the pylons going in for the engines. The ring going into the secondary hull, secondary hull, and then the deflector shields. Okay, going on. Then sandwiching it all together. Me personally, I'd probably look at painting these separate before then joining them. And then we start looking at the engines. So we've got some of the clear parts for the engines. Then the nacelle paintings for one, and then go the nacelles, putting them all together with some of the clear parts and all that sort of stuff. Some more parts of the nacelles going together, and then finally putting them together and putting some more strips of clear parts together. And then doing exactly the same on the other side. And then those two nacelles go on. Again, I'd look at painting everything, every part as sub-assemblies and joining them after. With this, we get a lovely stand. Now I'm going to have a look, see if these holes are already there, because this will probably hang from my son's ceiling, but I might need the stand to be able to display it for photos. And then we've got all the decal placements. So some of the stripes, the registration number, the actual Starfleet insignia going on there. The belly, that nice blue part, the upper saucer section and upper engine nacelles, and then front, back, and all that sort of stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's the instructions. So we'll move on to the actual parts themselves. This part, okay, these parts are the upper and lower saucer section. So that's the lower and that's the upper, and they go together basically like that. Okay, so as you can see, they are quite a size, and again, you might not be able to pick them out. Let's together that they might go together reasonably well, so they might not even need any sanding or filling or anything like that. But we can see nice recessed panel lines on both top and bottom. The window holes, because what I might do is just leave these window holes clear, because you can get a lighting kit for this. We then have parts of the stand, that belly plate, the impulse engines, that's going to be the part of the bridge module, and again some nice detail on here. Okay, remember, none of this will be right or wrong. Well, it will be right or wrong, but it's a sci-fi model. And again, some nice paneling on one side. That bit there, you probably have to get rid of. You see that line down there? I don't believe that's part of the actual kit, so that might need taken off with a swiper or a sanding stick. Parts and then cells, the shuttle bay. Okay, so all looking really nice so far. The other part of the lower hull, lower hull, lower hull, we'll call it. The central part for the engine pylons. That bit is, I believe that's the part that goes on to the upper hull. Okay. The primary hull, the saucer section. Then we've got this massive stand, which will need to be quite big. Another part of the actual bridge module, the lower surface, and another part of the lower central section. Oops, sorry. And then we've got two of the same, which is the massive nacelles. Okay, which there's not a lot of detail on that. Now you probably get a lot of that detail when you do the painting. Okay, but yeah, this is going to be, I mean, that's just one of the nacelles, so this is going to be a monster of a model. This is why I would probably do it all separate. And then we come on to the clear parts. So what Revell are known for is to doing crystal clear parts, and as you can see from there, they are superbly clear. 2 parts broke off, but I'm only going to get one of them out because they're both exactly the same. Okay, so the actual front of the engine, and again, crystal clear. I'm not going to get the other part out. Oh, wait a minute, no, actually I will. It's out anyway. Then we've got the deflector dish. A little bit of flash on these parts, but nothing to write home about. And the back end of the actual nacelles. And next up we have the decal sheet. And as you can see, it's a really big decal sheet. We've got the, I think that's going to be for, yeah, that's going to be for the deflector shield, or the deflector. Then you've got the rings from top of the actual saucer section, the stripes that go around the saucer section, the bit for the belly plate, the registration. You even get a nice plaque just there, okay, for the stand, and other bits and pieces just going around like that. So it's a nice big decal sheet. I can't see, it says it's printed in Italy. If it's normally printed in Italy, it's normally cartograph, so you can more or less assume that they're going to be really nice. So there it is, Revell's Abrams, or Kelvin timeline, or whatever you want to call it, Enterprise. Now this is going to be a big model, and it's going to be my first foray into sci-fi modelling. So with this, I'm just going to put it together, but I am going to get the mast set for it, for the Aztec paneling. Now that's going to be £35 to £40, depending on where I get it from, which is not a problem. It's just I am not going to then get a lighting kit for this. One, I don't particularly want to. Okay, I just want to build this and paint it and see what I can do with it. Because it's not going to be, well, you can heavily weather it. Okay, you know, the Enterprise was near enough destroyed, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to paint it, weather it as if it's, you know, been out in space for a few years and all that sort of stuff, and it's going to get, you know, a few dust, bits, bobs all over it. So that's my plan. When that plan will be, I don't know. But it'll be more towards the end of the year, maybe even next, when I get around to this. Just because it's such a big model, I haven't got room in here at the moment, so I've got some big kits on the go. Okay, but yeah, so that's my take on this kit. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.